I'll call the special town council session to order. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Alicia, here. Alan,
Here.
Mary, here. Bob,
Here.
also present is Dave Hine, Town Manager, Frank Jackham, Assistant Town Manager, myself, Debbie Astor. Absent is Steve Kramer. Is anybody on Zoom?
Adam is on Zoom.
Yes, I am joining you by Zoom from the Fort Lauderdale Airport.
Halfway through a search. Okay. Any citizen input? Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just asking for any citizen input. We'll get right into old business. The primary reason why we're here tonight, we had at our last meeting, given what I think we all believed was going to be a temporary blessing for the TDD district. This new map here has taken some considerations from several of the council members, both here and Mr. Kramer, dividing up some of the property between Calumet and Sheffield. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be an accurate description. Basically trying to create a balance between the train station area, Sheffield Avenue, and Calumet.
Right. And the reason we called this meeting tonight was because we needed this in, I believe, by tomorrow, so they could go to have their hearing on, I think, Thursday, 14th. And so that's why we're here tonight. So if we want to, I'll entertain a motion, a second for this, and then we can talk about it to see if this is something we like.
I'll make a motion to approve TDD revision B.
I'll second.
I have a motion, a second. The first question that I do have, Frank, for you, I know a couple times when I had heard you speak of this, it was 116 acres, and I see that the revision B is 122.
Yeah, it turns out we have a little larger budget than the original boundary acres that we were given. So we're able to go up to, and I also did submit that additional size to the to MKS is representing RDA and said technically we can do that.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And so it looks like here we are taking out the seminary property. I guess to step back, all of this is just looking into a crystal ball anyways.
Correct.
And so we took that out, figuring that would be residential, but not knowing when. And again, putting in some of the Calumet corridor and the Sheffield.
while assuming that the cemetery property is currently also being captured in the TIF.
Correct.
Yes.
And that's the important point. You can see all of our TIF district area there. That TIF collects residential, our existing TIF collects residential to 2039. One thing that we understood, because initially there was some representations about the TDD capturing residential.
Right.
It only captures like a commercial rental residential. And the income tax is not captured on residential, only on business. So keeping that in mind and understanding how that property would develop, there may be little benefit
Right.
for including it, especially since when we take it in, we take all the acreage, which is
Yes.
28 acres of our budget, would then go to something that's has a decent probability of not developing in a manner which would collect an increment on the TDD, but we will still collect till 2039 on the TIF, including residential.
And it's not for profit, so why should we include it?
Right. Yeah.
Any other thoughts? Roll call, please.
Alicia? Aye. Alan?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye. Under new business, we had a vacancy on the park board. I asked Dave Hines to put this on. I know we traditionally like to do interviews and whatnot, but a combination of, we only had one application. The individual seemed to meet all of the criteria that we needed. There is a board meeting, a park board meeting before our next council meeting. And they also have interviews for a park director coming up. So I requested relatively last minute, I know, to put this on as new business to see if there was an interest to fill this vacancy now. And if so, it would just get this person underway for everything the park department has going on.
Mr. President, I have a question. On the 21st, is that the day when they're interviewing the candidates?
I believe so.
Okay, I want to make sure.
I'll make a motion to approve Cherie True for the park board.
If you could include to fill the vacant spot that's created and the terms along with that vacant spot, I'd appreciate that. Just say that, those words
Okay.
will be fine.
I'll make a motion to approve Cherie True to the park board to fill the vacancy for the required time period, which I do not see on there.
Yeah, it's not. I'll fill that in.
Mark the word. Want to mention her name probably.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
If there's any discussion, the first thing I'll say is I was happy that we got an applicant. We would have gotten more. That's not to speak to this particular applicant, just in general. It's nice to have more residents be involved. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Alicia? Aye. Alan?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye. The last item here that was passed out is that fire one. It's not even on the agenda. This literally came to us within hours. The fire, we have an opportunity to partner with St. John for a grant for some equipment. I think some of the highlights here, and Dave, you can correct me if I'm wrong. This grant here is for, on page 3, I want to say all new equipment. These are going to be masks, bottle packs, fill stations, batteries, chargers. The total grant coming to over $650,000 worth of equipment between Dyer and St. John. This MOU has Dyer paying just shy of $30,000. So my estimation, $30,000 for $325,000 worth of equipment from this federal grant, I thought was worth throwing on here. And again, the reason it's on here so late, we didn't realize until the very last minute that we needed an MOU with St. John for the funds in order to apply for the grant, which has a midnight deadline tomorrow.
Yeah.
So again, I'm the last person who licensed last minute, but again, 30,000 of our dollars to get 350,000-ish back.
I'll make a motion to approve the MOU between the Dyer Fire Department and the St. John Fire Department.
I'll second it, but I really have some questions here.
Oh, did, go ahead.
Has Adam?
Yes, I'm here, and I would like to add my thoughts about it. I had it dumped on me at about the same time everyone else did, and I had a busy day, so I didn't have a chance to review it as thoroughly as I would have liked, but I did read through the whole thing, and I do have some reservations about some of the terms, not anything that would work to Dyer's disadvantage, but, and I'm sorry, can you hear me over all this noise?
Yes.
Okay, nothing particularly works to Dyer's disadvantage. There's just a couple terms that are kind of vague. And if it went to court, there would be a question whether they would be enforceable terms or just statements of goals and intent and things like that. Given the immediate deadline you're under, I would say it won't work the town any harm to accept, particularly given the funds that are at stake here. And we can always maybe enter an amended agreement that will mostly clean up things without changing terms significantly.
And where are the funds coming from?
So if I can, on behalf of the fire chief and myself, I do apologize for the late notice on this one. This is very similar to most grant processes. You get an opportunity to turn stuff in during a deadline, and then at the very last second, they say you need this, this, and this.
Right.
This is that situation. So we can look at it positively, like we're being asked to provide an MOU, so that may mean we're a little farther along the process, which is good news. After spending some time on it with the fire chief, these funds that are in the MOU is $29,168.95, which would be Dyer Fire Department's portion of this grant if we get it. Those funds would come from the Cume Fire Fund, which are available at this time, that amount. So we are getting, like President Starkey said, 48% of that $668,000 in grants for our obligation of $29,168.95. The MOU is pretty cut and dry, like Attorney Cedia had said. The nuts and bolts of it are that we are obligated to the 29,000 figure, and we do receive 36 sets of this full SCBA. So,
All righty.
Any other discussion, questions, thoughts?
Adam, if you're still there, does the motion need to state that I'm authorized to sign it? That's what the MOU has, the town manager signing it, or?
My position is you're authorized by statute anyway, but I would just, to be extra careful, the motion would be to approve the MOU and authorize the town manager to execute.
Okay.
You want to amend your motion?
You can just amend yours to say that Dave can sign for it.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we approve the MOU with Dyer Fire Department and St. John Fire Department, and having the town manager sign.
I'll second the amendment.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Alicia? Aye. Alan?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Thank you. And again, I apologize for the last minute on that one.
Nothing further on the agenda, any and all from the council? Motion to adjourn,
So moved.
Second.
voice vote?
Aye.
Aye.